Hey, Current Issues gang, it's week 12, and we are almost two-thirds of the way done with this semester. At the end of this week, we will be two-thirds of the way done. I'm recording again at home, and that means that I can't share my screen. Something is wrong in the setup of my OBS studio, and I am really not smart enough to figure out how to share my screen. So I'm going to call the screen up on my screen, the PowerPoint up on my screen, but you're going to continue to see me. I apologize for that now, because I know that's what you try to avoid as much as possible. But let's share screen. Let's pull up our PowerPoint here, and hopefully you had the opportunity and taken the opportunity where you got the link to this video in the announcement on the homepage. There would have been also a link that you could click on to get this PowerPoint, and hopefully you've printed that thing out and you're looking at it as we talk. So week number 12, starting on Sunday, April the 4th, ending on Saturday, April the 10th. We want to continue doing what we've always been doing all semester long. So finish up this week reading the posts on discussion 11 about executive salaries. Good discussions so far. We've thought about a lot of what ifs. We've thought about a lot of how comes, a lot of why nots. And probably the solution to that is we just really kind of hope that people will think about others, that executives that make a lot of money will think about those who are less fortunate, especially in times of trial, and leave it to them to do the right thing, because we're finding that it's very difficult to force people to do things that they don't want to be, unless, of course, you're the government, and then you can force people to do anything. But finish reading discussion 11. Hopefully there's no new posts on Sunday, just finishing the reading of the old posts. Also continue working on your project. Remember that the presentations we will be signing up for pretty soon. They're not going to happen until about a week. About a month from now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, May the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, with the final Dropbox due on the 9th. If you think that you'd like to have a class video call where we can talk about the project and ask questions about the project, shoot me an email or post something to the Ask Dr. Grimes. I'm still toying with the idea of doing it, but I don't know if there's many of you who feel that there'd be a lot of value in that. But we can do that if you would like to. So that's what we're finishing up from last week. For this week, you want to go ahead and start reading the overview and the articles related to bullying and thinking about what that means in the workplace environment. You also want to start posting to discussion 11 as you have finished reading all of those articles. Remember that if you're not part of the leadership team, you need to make your initial post of 180-ish to 200 words by Tuesday night. If you are on the leadership team, a quick post saying that you're on the leadership team, and then start reading and make your first reply post by Tuesday night. Everybody should post by Tuesday night if they want to get full credit. Also, make sure that your reply posts are 80 words or greater. Even if you're on the leadership team, if you make a reply that's not 80 words, I'm not counting it in your total. And that's why some of you probably are maybe a little bit interested to see why you only got credit for, 5 posts in your leadership team week when you actually made 8 posts, a couple of them. One of them was your initial check-in, and others probably weren't 80 words or more. So make sure that you get that 80 words. There's nothing magic about 80, but it does ensure that you're thinking about your response and you're building on a simple idea into a more complex idea. So read the overview about bullying, the articles about bullying, and start posting to discussion 11. If you are in Team 8, you finished up your second team lead last week, and this week you want to make sure that you get the Dropbox submitted for Team Lead 2, but you 4 folks don't have to submit the topic recap 10. Again, you'll get a 0, but we're dropping those 3 zeros and they don't count in your final grade. So Team Lead 2 Dropbox. If you're anybody else other than Team 8, you want to submit topic recap 10. If you're in Team 9, you are leading the discussion this week, and we want to make sure that you are active, at least 6 in addition to your initial check-in. It's nothing wrong with doing 8 or 10 or 12 even. Just make sure that you help guide the class towards the kinds of discussions and towards the conclusions that you want them to see. So that's Team 8 and Team 9. Team 10, Miss Weathers was in 8 and 9. She had 2 leads back to back, but the good news for her is that she is basically finished with this leadership stuff for the week. She's just an observer the rest of the way. Team number 10, you folks need to make sure that you get me your materials for your topic. by the middle of the week. And if you are Team 11, I think you've already chosen your next topic, but you still got a little bit of time if you think that you might want to change it for some reason. And then you know that Team number 12 is going to take the last topic off the board. There's going to be a few topics that we don't talk about, but if you're on Team number 12, you might go ahead and start thinking about the topics. I'm keeping the topics updated on that announcement on the homepage with our teams, so if you happen to be in Team 12, you can read down the list and find out what is being taken already and what has been reserved for the upcoming weeks. That's it. I hope that you are learning a lot about some really interesting issues that HR deals with right now. They're current. We're going to have some good topics coming up. I think that everything that is lined up for the rest of the semester is going to be some really interesting discussion. It's really going to cause us to scratch our head at times and go, I hadn't thought about that, but you got a point. And whatever the last topic is going to be as of the time that I record this, it's still out there unknown, but it's going to be another one that's a good way to close out the semester. Be thinking about those projects and let me know what I can do to help clarify it for you so that you got a very, very clear vision of what you're trying to accomplish. That is it for now. I will see you again at the beginning of week 13, and I'll do a special video a special video call if y'all want to ask questions about the project. Just let me know. Ask Dr. Grimes is the best way to do it.